Welcome back. I am Leah. Today we'll talk about Cleopatra's love, betrayal, and tragedy. In part 2, we learned how Cleopatra met Mark Antony and how their relationship grew into one of history's most famous love stories. But every great love story has challenges. For Cleopatra and Antony, those challenges would become a matter of life and death. Let's find out what happened next. While Antony was living with Cleopatra in Egypt, another leader was becoming stronger in Rome. His name was Octavian. Octavian was Julius Caesar's adopted son and heir. He was intelligent, patient, and ambitious. Unlike Antony, he was calm and careful. He rarely acted without thinking first. At first, Antony and Octavian ruled together. But that peace did not last. Soon they became rivals. Octavian wanted complete control of Rome. Antony wanted to protect his own power, and he refused to leave Cleopatra. Many Romans believed Antony was forgetting his responsibilities. They accused him of spending too much time in Egypt. Some even believed Cleopatra was controlling him. Whether those stories were true or not, they damaged Antony's reputation. Octavian used those rumors to turn the Roman people against him. Today's vocabulary: heir, a person who will receive someone's position or property after they die. Example: Octavian became Caesar's heir. Rival, a person you compete against. Example: Octavian saw Anton as his greatest rival. Reputation, what people think about someone. Example: his reputation became worse. Eventually, Octavian convinced the Roman Senate that Cleopatra was a threat to Rome. Interestingly, Rome officially declared war on Egypt, not on Antony. This was a clever political decision. Octavian wanted the Roman people to believe they were fighting a foreign queen instead of another Roman leader. Antony knew that war was unavoidable. Together, he and Cleopatra prepared their armies and their navy. Thousands of soldiers trained for battle. Hundreds of ships gathered near the western coast of Greece. The future of both Rome and Egypt would soon be decided. Today's vocabulary: threat, something dangerous. Example: Rome considered Egypt a threat. Declare war, to officially begin a war. Example: Rome declared war on Egypt. Navy, a country's military ships. Example: Egypt had a powerful navy. In 31 BC, the two sides finally met. The battle took place near the Greek coast at a place called Actium. It became one of the most famous naval battles in history. At first, both armies seemed equally strong. Huge ships filled the sea. Soldiers waited nervously. No one knew who would win. Then something unexpected happened. For reasons historians still debate today, Cleopatra suddenly sailed away with part of her fleet. When Antony saw her ships leaving, he made a surprising decision. Instead of staying to command his army, he followed Cleopatra. Without their leader, Antony's remaining forces quickly lost the battle. It was a disastrous defeat. Everything they had built together began to fall apart. Today's vocabulary: fleet, a group of ships. Example: Cleopatra's fleet sailed away. Defeat, losing a battle or competition. Example: the battle ended in defeat. Command, to lead an army. Example: Antony left before he could command his soldiers. After the battle, Antony and Cleopatra returned to Alexandria. They hoped they could rebuild their strength. But Octavian's army kept moving closer. City after city surrendered. Eventually, Octavian reached Egypt. The end was near. One day, Antony received terrible news. Someone told him that Cleopatra had died. The report was false. But Antony believed it. Heartbroken, he decided he could not live without her. According to ancient accounts, he wounded himself with his own sword. A short time later, Antony learned that Cleopatra was still alive. His loyal followers carried him to the place where she was hiding. Cleopatra held Antony in her arms as he took his final breath. It was one of the saddest moments in ancient history. Today's vocabulary: surrender, to stop fighting and accept defeat. Example: many cities surrendered. Heartbroken, extremely sad because of love or loss. Example: Antony was heartbroken. Loyal follower, someone who always supports another person. Example: his loyal followers carried him. Now Cleopatra was alone. Octavian wanted to capture her alive. He planned to take her back to Rome and display her during his victory parade. For Cleopatra, this was unacceptable. She had lived as a queen. She refused to become a prisoner. According to the most famous story, Cleopatra chose to end her own life by allowing an Egyptian cobra called an asp to bite her. However, modern historians are not completely certain. Some believe she may have used poison instead. The truth remains one of history's greatest mysteries. She died in 30 BC. She was only 39 years old. With her death, the independent kingdom of ancient Egypt came to an end. Egypt became part of the Roman Empire. Today's vocabulary: prisoner, someone who is captured. Example: she refused to become a prisoner. Poison, a substance that can cause death. Example: some historians believe she used poison. Mystery, something that is still unknown. Example: her death remains a mystery. Why do we still remember Cleopatra? More than 2,000 years have passed. Yet people around the world still talk about Cleopatra. Why? Because she was much more than a beautiful queen. She was intelligent, she was educated, she spoke many languages. She understood politics better than many of the men around her. She made bold decisions. Some of those decisions brought her success. Others led to tragedy. Her relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony changed the course of history. Without Cleopatra, the history of Rome and even Europe might have been very different. Today, books, movies, documentaries, and museums continue to tell her story. Whether people admire her or criticize her, one thing is certain: Cleopatra remains one of the most unforgettable women in history. Vocabulary review. Let's review today's words. Heir, rival, reputation, threat, declare war, navy, fleet. Defeat, surrender, heartbroken, prisoner, poison, mystery. Final questions. Can you answer these? Why did Octavian become Antony's enemy? What happened during the Battle of Actium? Why did Antony believe Cleopatra had died? Why didn't Cleopatra want to be taken to Rome? Which new vocabulary word will you try to use today? Thank you for learning English with me today. Cleopatra's story is filled with love, ambition, courage, and tragedy. Whether every legend about her is true or not, her life continues to inspire books, films, and conversations more than 2,000 years later. If you enjoyed learning English through history, don't forget to watch our next story. We'll explore another fascinating historical figure while improving your English naturally. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep speaking English every day. See you in the next lesson.